I was already standing in the doorway when the laughter peaked. Crystal glasses clinked. A waiter uncorked something expensive. My phone buzzed in my palm. "Dinner's canceled, Mom. Not feeling well." My son's name glowed on the screen like a bruise. They didn't see me yet. That was the first gift. The table was mine. The reservation was mine. The card the waiter held, mine. My husband leaned in, smiling the way he used to smile at me. Across from him sat my sister, hair freshly done, eyes bright with entitlement. And beside her, my son, fork raised, mid-bite, perfectly healthy. I didn't move. I listened. The room smelled like butter and confidence. We weren't always this. I remember when trust felt simple. I met him when I was broke and hungry for stability. He met me when I was loyal to a fault. We built a life that looked clean from the outside. School events, joint accounts, Sunday dinners. I paid attention. I paid for everything else. My sister moved in temporarily after her divorce. My son learned early who handled logistics and who handled praise. Love is a habit. Betrayal is a pattern. It began small. A canceled dinner, a delayed text, a shared glance that didn't include me. I noticed receipts that didn't match our calendar, charges at places I hadn't been, a softness in my sister's voice when she spoke my husband's name, the way my son started speaking around me instead of to me. I didn't confront, I collected. Screenshots first, then statements. I memorized timestamps, learned which waiter worked which nights. I asked questions that sounded like care and wrote answers down like evidence. Control is quieter than rage. I learned they'd been using my card for months. Family dinners, they called it. Celebrations I wasn't invited to. Decisions made in my absence. They assumed I wouldn't notice. They assumed right about the noticing, wrong about the response. I called my lawyer and spoke like I was ordering coffee. I froze the joint account at dawn. I moved the trust into a structure that required my signature alone. I changed the pins, the passwords, the narrative. I didn't punish, I repositioned. I scheduled that reservation myself. Same restaurant, same table, same time. I sent my son the message I knew he'd repeat. Dinner's canceled. Then I dressed carefully, not for revenge, for accuracy. When I stepped forward, the room fell into a silence so clean it felt rehearsed. My sister's fork hovered. My husband's smile broke. My son looked at me like he'd forgotten the word for mother. "Don't stop," I said softly. "It's already paid for." The waiter recognized me. Relief crossed his face. He placed the bill in front of me out of habit. I slid it back. "Actually," I said, "split it." They laughed, nervous. My husband reached for his wallet. It declined. My sister tried next. Declined. My son stared at his phone, thumbs shaking. Declined. I let the moment breathe. Then I spoke, slow and even. "The account closed this morning. The trust requires my signature now. You've been dining on borrowed time." My husband started to explain. I raised a finger. He stopped. "I know," I said. "I know the nights, the messages, the reasons you told yourselves. I know which of you suggested it first." My sister's face folded. My son looked at the table like it might open and take him. "I didn't come to argue," I continued. "I came to conclude." I slid 3 envelopes across the table. Divorce papers, a notice to vacate, and a receipt ledger. Every charge, itemized, annotated, calm. The room didn't explode. It collapsed inward. "I loved you," I said to my son, not accusing, just factual. "I still do. That doesn't change consequences." He reached for my hand. I stood before he could touch me. "I'm done paying for meals where I'm not welcome." I walked out without looking back. The door closed with a sound that felt like punctuation. Later, alone, I didn't cry. I felt lighter, accurate. Justice doesn't shout. It aligns. They stopped talking the second I did, and for the first time in a long while, the silence belonged to me.